trying to hurt you, probably. That's what that law-abiding means. Unless you're getting attacked yourself, you can't just walk through with Facebook Live on and start shooting people. Can't do it. Sounds like a good law to me, already on the books. Why do you need another law? Just asking. Is that going to stop this guy again? This guy's going to, all of a sudden, the next guy is going to be like, oh, there's a new law. I better not do it now. I might go to jail. I might go to jail for killing people. Are you freaking... The knee-jerk reaction by the world, I tell you, everybody. And I understand that it was a huge terrorist-type event. See, I see that as terrorism. Other people are going to call it mass shootings. They're one and the same to me. And I'd rather classify it as some form of terrorism, I guess. But other people would just like to take the guns away. So they want to classify it as something else. So, the agendas are there. And they jumped on those agendas right away, didn't they? They just, well, let's go after the guns again. In New Zealand. And people in America are fighting over guns. You got Ocasio-Cortez chiming in. Conceição, she's chiming in on New Zealand law. I mean, can we let New Zealand figure this one out themselves? Just asking, ladies and gentlemen, can we let New Zealand figure it out themselves? To me, the law's okay. Sounds like the law's good to me. You can't kill somebody unless they're attacking you. That's what that law sounds like to me. Unlawfully. I'm sure walking up to a bunch of people live on Facebook is unlawful. The dude was breaking the law. So you think making another law is going to stop the next guy? I mean, that's insanity. You want to know why we have a mental health issue, ladies and gentlemen? It's because it goes all the way to the top, to the elites. It's all over the place. And the sane people, unfortunately, look like we're in the minority. And when we take into account how many people have autism, how many other people have other kinds of mental anguish, and let's not get into depression and all that, which even affects the normal people. And why wouldn't it affect the normal people when the normal people see their world decaying, falling apart at the seams? Why wouldn't normal people be depressed? You can blame the leaders. You can blame the people who voted for the leaders. You can blame the pharmaceutical companies. You can blame a whole lot of things. But we got big problems and, a gun law to stop people from killing people when there's already laws that say you can't kill people just is a bunch of nonsense, and it's politicians trying to look like they're worth a crap when they're really not. Break time, folks. We got more in store for you. I think I'm going to get to your calls at some point. And boy, that coffee is kicking in, folks. It's kicking in, and we're going to fill up right now, and we'll be back. Don't move a muscle.
The John LeBang Show will be right back.
With lots of fun and excitement. Yes! Are you in need of commercial or residential window cleaning? Do you need your office cleaned? Maybe custodial work? How about some gutter cleaning? If you do, then call Pane and the Glass for a beautiful shine that's crystal clear. Call Pane and the Glass. You can find them on Facebook at Pane and the Glass.
Hey, man, it's at the bottom of the hour, man. Do you know where your kids are, man?
If you want to contact the John LeBang Show, feel free to send an email to jlebang@live.com. And if you're on Twitter, look him up at John LeBang. And don't forget to go to his Facebook page at The John LeBang Show. Banger. Now here's John.
And welcome back, folks. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying tonight. I'm a little wacky. The longer we go, the more caffeine I ingest, the more the lack of sleep starts setting in. I expect it to get more zany as the show progresses. So by the time we're in the fourth segment, I might have just gone off the deep end, and it's probably going to be total whack job fun around here. So, but hell, You got to thank God for coffee, right? Got to thank God for coffee and lack of sleep. It's a beautiful combination. I can go from ranting to forgetting what I'm talking about and then picking up somewhere else. It's awesome. Let's go to the phone lines and see what you have to say. Our first call going out to Peppa in Chicago.
Oh, honey, what's wrong with someone singing Aretha Franklin?
There's nothing wrong with singing Aretha Franklin. I would just think that it would be better if you showed more diversity in your singing.
Oh, man, why you be hating?
I'm not hating. She was still really good. She sounded just like Aretha Franklin.
Hey, can I say one more thing?
Sorry, we got to keep the call short today, Peppa. Our next call going out to Detroit. Shady, you're in the studio.
Yeah, but I want to say something on the radio, John.
Well, why didn't you just come on the air?
Well, I thought it was easier just to call you.
All right, well, what do you want to talk about, Shady?
I want to talk about Sam Jackson. He's out there saying that he doesn't care if Trump supporters don't want to see his movies.
Well, yeah, when he's near the end of his career, why would he care? He's already made all his money.
Maybe the old man's getting some of Bree's Lawson.
What?
Maybe Sam Jackson is getting some of Bree's Lawson.
Okay, Shady, you got anything else?
No, I think I'm good, John.
All right, Shady, thanks for your call. Up next is Juan from California.
Hey, man, did you see it, man?
Did I see what?
Oh, it's big news, man.
What's big news?
Hey, man, Michael Jackson's daughter, man. She almost committed suicide, man.
Well, actually, she attempted suicide, and it failed.
She's all bummed out about her dad, man.
I mean, that's understandable. Her father is being accused of some pretty bad stuff over at his little park over there.
Everything's true, man.
Well, if everything is true, and we've known that Michael Jackson has been a weirdo for a long time, even when he was alive, even when Neverland was created, we knew he was a weirdo. Why now all the outrage? They loved him. They loved Michael Jackson. The music industry, all that loved Michael Jackson for all these years. Now that he's gone, all of a sudden, Michael Jackson, his entire legacy needs to be ripped down when it should have been not built up. If he was a weirdo scumbag that these findings are showing, then we probably should have never supported Michael Jackson back in the day. Now that he's gone, he's a scumbag, right? Now that he's gone, he's a scumbag. Not back in the day. They loved him. How many people learned the Thriller dance? How many people played his music at their wedding? Knowing he was a scumbag the whole time, knowing he was a weirdo, if not a scumbag. You know, you try really hard to understand why people support the people they do. They don't check them out, or they ignore all this douchebaggery of the person while they're providing whatever they're providing. In Michael Jackson's case, they were providing hit after hit after hit after hit, making them money. So the record industry turned away. All the other industries, the award industry, all of them just kind of, we're not looking. We'll wait till you're dead. We'll wait till you're dead to really make a ruckus about it. Even though ruckuses were made back then and they were just like, shh, don't say anything. Shh, shh, shh. We'll deal with that later. It's like the Obama with Putin thing. A couple of years before he was out of here. You know, it was like, under the mic, you know, it's I'll work with you after the election. Because I'll have more flexibility. I mean, it's a bunch of garbage, right? If the guy is a douchebag, and we all know that certain people are scumbags and they're weirdos, why do we give these people so much? Because they provide us a hit song? Is that worth uplifting the scumbags of the world, the weirdos? I mean, in Michael Jackson's case, and the history there, we can see he was messed up in the head. He was messed up I mean, doing that to his body, though, and changing it the way he did towards the end there. I mean, he didn't have a lot right. And his poor kids had to deal with that. And, it's just, we support the people because they provide something so minuscule as a hit song, or they give us a good TV show, or whatever and then we look the other way the whole time, and then after the fact, we get outraged. It's just, quit being hypocritical, people, is all I'm saying. We knew Michael Jackson was a weirdo. Leave it alone. We got any more calls coming in? Not right now. So let's get into some other news, and then we'll finish off this segment, and then we'll get back in the fourth segment. We're going to have a little debate that I've been going on through my mind there, and I just wanted to get you all involved. But we'll wait for that at the end of the segment. First off, in the news, woman 31 suffers anaphylactic seizure. How does she do that? You wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I'm going to tell you, even though you'll be surprised. This lady in Spain was admitted with suspected anaphylactic shock. And she told medics she hadn't been taking any penicillin for any, because she has a penicillin allergy, and she wasn't taking it. But apparently, right before the shock, right before she was hit hard with this, she was giving her partner oral sex. So apparently, he had a great deal of the penicillin derivative in his system, and it transferred into his semen, I'm guessing, and she ingested it, and so now now we have to check IDs and ask them, are you on medication? Because I may have anaphylactic seizure if I have some kind of oral sex with somebody. Pharmaceutical companies. I brought them up earlier, didn't I? We've got another call coming in from Washington, D.C. Donald, you're up next.
John, did you hear, John?
Did I hear what?
Oh, it's huge, John. So huge.
What's huge?
Scientists say, John, that Mercury is closer than my penis.
Sir, I think you're referring to Mercury actually being closer than Venus is to Earth.
That's what I said, John. So I couldn't have done it with Stormy. I'm just saying, make my penis great again. There's no scandal here.
Okay, sir, thanks for your call. I was going to touch on this, and I appreciate the Donald for giving me a quick segue into that. So apparently, if you haven't read the entire story, what you got in the headlines is that Mercury is closer to the Earth than Venus is, contradicting years of orbital data. And that's a great headline, and it's nice clickbait material. But if you were to read into it, what they're explaining in there, ladies and gentlemen, is that because of Venus's orbit, it's always on the other side of the sun. And Mercury's always is closer to us because it's on the same side of the sun as we are. So technically, even though the orbit of Venus is closer to our orbit, Mercury is closer to the Earth because it just happens to be orbiting closer to the Earth because it's on this side of the sun, and Venus's orbit is on the other side of the sun. So by the time it comes back around to where it's close to the Earth, its closest point, it takes forever. And then it takes it away, and Mercury's going around circles real quick on the sun, comparatively. That's our little science discussion for the day. In related news, one would say a companion story. Astronomers say aliens might zap black holes with their lasers to travel through the galaxy. Now that is a great headline.